Do the right thing and save the day and be a leader. Never fear the bully. Show them love and you'll see. When we stand as one, it's best for everyone. Yeah. Don't fear the bully. Please don't fear the bully. Only show them love. Only show them love. Don't fear the bully. Please don't fear the bully. Only show them love. Only show them love. Yeah, you got it.
Cut it off. Hey, everybody.
Don't stop.
I don't know what's.
Gloria, just.
I've been stopped the live. We actually are live right now.
Oh. Not like that. Hey, everybody.
That's it. Just. Hey, it's day number 22 for the Great African American Read, and we are live again. Okay. So welcome everybody to day number 22. We have our amazing author. We was having a really good time before we even logged on, and it's okay with author Ray Young Jr. and Mr. Denby. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. I am wonderfully well. It's just so exciting here. I heard this book last year, and my children have been talking about it ever since. So I'm excited to hear this author. I'm glad he joined us this year on the African American Reading.
Awesome, awesome. So author Ray, we're going to turn it over to you right now and let you have the Zoom.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Let me share my screen with you all. Okay. Just disable it and allow me to share from your side. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. You've been having a great time so far. So, again, my name is Ray Young Jr. I'm originally from Waco, Texas. Just a little bit about me. We'll get a little bit more in depth after we read this book, and then I kind of break down everything for your, for your day and for your time. And some for you to have. Let me see if you can see it on my end.
Let me see.
Let me try one more time. Bear with me.
That's okay.
Okay, here we go. I just had to wait for it to pop back up. All right, can you sit on your end?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Let me minimize this. It's up here. Sorry, it's over here. See why it's not doing it on this end. Okay. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'll just kind of put it up this way. Okay, here we go. The book is called Malik and the Magic Bow Tie. And my illustrator's name is Mr. Charles Gaucher. And I will tell you a little bit more in depth as we go after the book and after we read it and everything. I kind of give you some insight on it as well. Let's see. So it was the day before the election, and Malik was writing his speech. He was in a race for class president. He stayed up all weekend preparing. Malik's dad walked into his son's room and noticed all the crumbled pieces of paper on the floor. Hey, son, how's the speech coming? Great, Malik said, reassuring himself. I think I have the winning speech right here. Care if I read it? Asked his dad. Malik shook his head yes, and handed over the paper. This is great, son. It's much better than the one I wrote when I was your age. Wait. You ran for class president? I sure did. Malik dad said proudly, and I won too. Malik started to feel discouraged. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll never win class president. There's not one kid in the whole class who looks like me. And I don't have very many friends. I've been trying to secure votes. I've done everything I could, and they still don't like me. I understand, son. I look different from my classmates too. And I also didn't have many friends. His dad said with his hand on Malik's shoulder, wait here, I have something for you. Malik's dad went into his room and returned with a small red box. What's this? Malik asked as he reached for the box and uncovered a bow tie. This bow tie was mine, and it was my father's, and before that, his father's. This bow tie has been in the family for generations, and it's going to help you win that title. Malik looked at the tie, confused. Sure, it's a great tie, but nobody wears ties like this anymore, Dad. People are going to laugh at me. They might laugh, but you shouldn't care what they think. Besides, this tie is magic. Magic? What do you mean it's magic? You'll see, his dad said as he walked away. Malik was feeling nervous about his big speech. He also knew the importance of a good night's sleep. He looked over his speech one more time and went to bed. The next morning, while Malik got ready for school, he put on his regular tie. He stared in his closet at his dad's magical tie and decided to put it in his book bag just in case. Loser! Hey, Malik, Stanley, the class bully yelled across the cafeteria. Ready for today's election? I hope you brought a box of tissues for your tears after you lose. Malik's classmates laughed, and he ran into the bathroom. Malik looked at himself in the bathroom mirror. What's the point? Malik said as he threw off his tie. There's no way I can win this election. Just then, Malik remembered his dad's words. They might laugh, but you shouldn't care what they think. Besides, this tie is magic. That morning, Malik decided to wear his father's bow tie. And once it was on, he knew he looked sharp. As he walked to class, prepared to deliver his speech, he felt like a winner and smiled confidently. When his teacher called him up to present his speech, he put his paper down and spoke from his heart. As your class president, I promise to do more than just bring you pizza parties every month and create a new recess schedule. I promise to stand up for the students who are bullied. I promise to listen to your problems, and I promise to be true to myself. I hope and encourage you to be true to yourselves too. Malik won the election that day, as well as the respect from his from his classmates. As he walked in the house with his bow tie still tied, he smiled at his dad and said, "You're right. This tie is magic." And the end.
I told y'all was in for a treat. I'm telling you, I love that story. And I think I might have to do I do a gentleman's club after school. I think I'm gonna have to get them all a magic bow tie too. Yeah, I love that story. And I always tell them, we make them wear ties at school. We hadn't done bow ties yet, but they come in with their ties on, and it's a different feeling that you get when you have that, when you dress up and look nice.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's true. I love your illustrations. I think this is a magical book. It's off the top. It's a magical book. And I just really love everything about it. I really love everything about it.
Thank you.
Everything. Yes.
In regards to the illustration, the illustrator, Mr. Charles Gaucher, a little bit of kind of, I always give to tell the students, hey, Mr. Charles Gaucher, he used to work for Disney. And so that's why you see a 3D technical artwork within inside the book.
Yeah, it looks real good. That's what it almost looks like. It could be a cartoon. Maybe is that in the works?
Yes, sir. That's the want to be on the big screen or something. I'm getting ready to, kind of bring a channel on as well. Hopefully, that's in the process. I'm sorry. Then we're supposed to be progressively moving towards maybe a second book coming soon too, as well.
Good.
Okay. But maybe you can get with Gloria. Gloria talking about bringing a channel, doing a kids channel or something like that. The Lord done brought us together.
Oh,
HBCUs in the house, and hey,
we're not gonna have that argument we had before we got on here.
Hey, I'm from the great state of Texas, folks. So, I represent, schools like Paul Quinn College, Prairie View A&M University, but I also went to Virginia Union. Got to give a shout out to them too.
So yeah, we can do that. And we'll call the roll for our Florida universities, FAMU, Edward Waters, the great Bethune-Cookman College, and then Florida Memorial.
Hey, nothing wrong with it.
In the house, though, for real. But yeah, so Mr. Young, can you tell us where we can find your book?
Sure. You can go to my website. It's www.mygo-brand.com. And then you can see where you can order the book. Also, I have backpacks, t-shirts for, the toddlers and the youth.
Okay.
But you might see this emblem if you go on the website. It's on my shirt right now. It's MyGo. It stands for My Greatness Overcomes.
Nice. What is the inspiration behind the book? That's what I wanted to know.
Great question. It's quite a few things. One was because I'm very creative minded, and it allowed me a space where I could have the autonomy to do what I would like to do, and where I could get into spaces where sometimes it takes time to get in those spaces. Then I came in with my son. I wanted to have something that portrays him, because oftentimes we didn't have books that portrayed us. And then to show a positive light of a Black father in a positive relationship, and right there with his son, encourage him, empower him, and stuff. But you can always reverse the roles as well, mother and daughter, mother and son. Because then the reason why I gave it that name, because my son's name is Malik. And then the name Malik comes in some African language. Some say it Malik, and it stands for king. So I wanted to have something that had power behind it. And then when I chose the bow tie part, I always do this when I talk to kids. When you put on the bow tie, or a young lady put on a little bow on their hair, the first time you try to put it on, your muscles hurt. It's all over the bow tie, or the bow is all over the place and stuff like that. And sometimes also they give up. But I relate that to like schoolwork and, behavior and stuff. Continue to, work towards it until you get it right. So I wanted to create a name where it had meaning. And then in regards to, I had another reason why I wanted to do the book as well. I wanted to show my son that, hey, you can do it too, and that you can see yourself touching other kids or even adults, because it's older adults reading this book. And so that's some of the reasons why I did it and why I created that.
That's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. There are three questions that I generally have been asking probably since I want to say since last week to the authors that are coming on. And one of the questions is, what does innovation mean to you? What does creativity mean to you? What does something? But for right now, I would like to know from you, what does creativity mean to you?
It's a space where without no oppression to it. What I mean by that, sometimes if we're not allowed to, you can't get the best product if it's always ostracized or oppressed. It also gives you a mental health release. It gives you a time where you are able to relax, be yourself, flow how you want to flow. You don't have nothing like it's systematic, because when it comes to writing, you have a thing called writer's blocks. But going back, you have the freedom. That's what I call it as well. So freedom, mental health, and just have the space to be a holistic 360 degrees person to do what you want to do.
That's good.
I like that. Giving you the space to do what you need to do. I'm with it. Yeah. I just saw that you got the bow tie backpack. Okay.
Yes, sir. Products.
I just posted the link under our live today, okay, so the people can find it when they need it. I see.
Thank you. Right.
Yes, sir.
Author Ray, I have another question for you. What advice would you give to aspiring Black authors who would like to create a character or a book? What words of encouragement would you offer them, or words of advice that you would lend to them? I just feel like you would give that.
Right.
You would be able to give some words and speak to that.
Being a new author, this is my first book. So I'll give two things. One is to just write. Sometimes we worry about the nuances, the punctuation, the trying to be perfect and everything. Just write. I'll just give an example. Like I said, I'm getting ready to start on the second book. And I started the book and I set it down. And then one day I just I'm not going to be perfect, just be trying to be perfect with this. And next thing I know, I wrote the same amount or more what I wrote for my first book within 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Without weren't just going. Second thing is, I always give this analogy of the hot air balloon. Oftentimes the balloon is sitting on the ground and it's not meant to sit on the ground. It's meant to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. You got to fill the air balloon with something. So the air balloon to go somewhere. So what I'm saying is that you are filled with something, whatever gift you have or whatever skill, whatever you have to put to that paper to create, mm-hmm, it's meant to go somewhere. It's not meant to sit. Because oftentimes, even and when you have smaller balloons, it's not meant to sit in the corner. It's sometimes meant to hang in the air so it can be what it's meant for. Because if it sit there, sometimes some people will sit on it and deflate what's your gift inside you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the the thing is to not sit on the gift, not sit on the 2 or 3 books that's in your head. Just write. Remove the fear, because see, fear can really minimize the greatest opportunity that you have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
And you know what? You have, while I'm listening to you, I'm so glad I listened to what my spirit was telling me. I am just so grateful for you to be on here, because I just feel like you bring such a amazing energy, and not just energy, but I feel like you bring a lot of wisdom. And so I'm sitting here and I was just saying to myself, if you would like, depending on your availability, I would like to definitely invite you to come back on Children's Island. And if we could possibly do like a Black authors, it'll be like one night. I'm just thinking, and I could invite you, Mr. Denby, Corey Russell. I know we had, I think it's author Henry Charles, I believe that's his name. And just, I probably would add Arthur Lewis Roberts. It's some other people, but I just, I want to put it like congested. I may have to do like a 2-part series of it, but just bring you all together as Black men who who are authors creating children's character and the significance of it. I think that would be very dynamic, and I also believe that it'd be very powerful to hear from our Black men, you know what I mean, creating these contents for education for children. And so I know that I'm on a live and I'm just having this, innovative moment at this moment. And I will definitely have to reach out. And that's another thing Mr. Demi going to hold me accountable for as well. But just really bringing this to fruition because I think that this is a community that needs to be cultivated. I know Mr. Demi, he has an initiative for, boys being represented, Black boys being represented, and not to discredit the other minorities and other race and other demographics and things of that nature, but really bringing a sounding sense of the importance of our children and cultivating that. So there is a community that's being cultivated in the midst of us right now.
But that's what I was going to say, Gloria. Even not even just Black boys, but books for boys, period. This year, like I told all my parents at my school, I want you to cheer for your boys that read a book the way you cheer for them when they throw a touchdown. And that's what we get. I want to see boys reading. I want to see boys represented in books and boys represented more. And so that's my goal this year. And that's why I'm grateful for Malik character, because it looks like you can just keep up this Malik. You can keep using him and using him. Is the next book about Malik also?
Yes, it is. We will be keeping this a sequel.
Okay. Malik gonna go through a whole lot of stuff. I can see him. And I want to say this now. I feel it on you. Are you a preacher, or do you? I know you go to church. I know I can feel it on you.
I do go to church. You know what? I'm gonna kind of come back because since you asked that question, if you allow me to,
go ahead.
Okay, she was saying, what other reason why I did this, and then also to add to what she mentioned about Black authors. One is a small percentage of Black males that write children's books, a big small percentage. My story. You know what I'm saying? My story is I dropped out of school after 9th grade. I got a GED. I was in and out of juvenile. I was single parent home in the hood, homeless, dead, incarcerated. First in my family to go to college. Today I can say I got my second master's, which I went to seminary to study theology, liberation theology at Virginia Union University. And so I'm not licensed. I always call it I'm the hood licensed because I like to believe that Jesus was in the street more than he was in the building. So I like to be in the hood most of the time, or being where it's in the city where I can see kids that look like me. Not to negate the other cultures and stuff, but we know the percentages and stuff like that. But answer your question, I kind of be like Joan. I run a 4-2 like Deion Sanders. Sometimes running from that part.
You a preacher, that's all right. So I could see it all over you. And whether you preach in the streets or preach through your books or preach through, I could see, that wisdom is just coming out of you. And the way you work, you a wordsmith. That's what I say it like that. I could tell. It's just, it comes out of you no matter what you do. That's awesome. That's good that you started this book and that you can have those kinds of conversations with the young men and let them know, it's okay to look nice. And when you look nice, these are the things that, sometimes when all it takes is for you to feel better. You look better, you feel better. And when you feel better about yourself, you can do amazing things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this has really been an amazing time. I'm really excited about what's getting ready to happen because I just know that this is good. This is good. But,
don't forget now. Next year, around by January, before the Battle of the Bands, We gonna do a HBCU author reading. So we'll definitely have you on then again.
Oh man, hey, I'll be a Texas representative. That's what we're gonna
That's
say.
it.
Well, you know, I just try to remain humble, man. I always try to be thankful, man, of the little things. I really try to be just have a standard to myself, because I always say, you know, I don't just represent my family, I also represent us. I have a 300% rule. 100% before I'm in the house, before I leave the house, I'm already judged. When I come out the door, I got to be on equal level. But then when I get, that's the second 100%. But me going above and beyond, that's my 300%. So that's my 300% rule. So
yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed this. I really have. I said when I got on here, I said, now watch, this probably gonna be one of my like Wildcat. No, I'm just I'm just
yeah, it touched the spirit.
Yeah.
Well, Author Ray, I thoroughly enjoyed you. I know that definitely will be connected. Well, are you on you're on Facebook, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and connect on Facebook. So when we roll out the reviews for next month, we'll have that, and I can tag you into that when we post it on my page and also the Children's Island page. So this has really, really been an amazing thing. So we definitely are so happy that you joined us for year 2 for the Great African American Read-In, and we look forward to seeing you next year. And then also with Mr. Dibby, as he mentioned, you know, he volunteered us that we're going to do the HBCU read-in. So we follow him. We think he gives us good advice. So we're going to follow. We're going to follow him.
Hey, you got to look. Hey, shout out to the greatest fraternity as well, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And we got to rep that too. You know?
That's it. See them now. Another Lord.
Oh, man.
We'll do a Divine 9 reading.
There we go. Hey, that creativeness. Hey, on the spot. There you go.
That's right.
Okay. Oh boy. Here we go. Yeah. But I wanted to give you some of the comments that was listed on today. So Kyra, author Linda Brown, Kyra's mother, she had said she was reading and she said, awesome. Yeah, today it's her birthday, author Linda Brown. So right, mother, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So she was mentioning, she said, awesome, while you were reading your book. And then she says, someone telling you that you are great in spite of what others say makes a big difference in a child's life. So and then we also have author Henry Charles. He's on here. He said he is correct.
University.
Right. He said he is correct. Just start and finish when you were referring to what they need just to write. And then author Linda Brown said, you know, grow where you are planted. And then she also said, she's so proud of you. Keep up your greatness. And then author Henry Charles said, awesome, Jackson State University, bold letters, capital letters. Okay, let me put on here Bethune-Cookman, be great.
Hey man, we got a lot of JSU. We got the boom of the South with us over here too, as well. You know,
Lewis Robert just said the greatest fraternity was Phi Beta Sigma.
Oh, see, you trying to start up in this thing.
I have a question. Matter of fact, I got to do the benediction real quick. I think we have some spam on the end of the screen. So, Father, we can close right now. We pray for his spirit. We touch it and agree that God, that he will find his way into the true light. Yeah. No, it's all love, man. It's all love. But you know, hey, the more the merrier. You know, our unity is like atomic bomb, like they say.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out. Oh my God. Here we go. And he's coming on. Arthur Lewis Robert. When is he on? I know it's on the screen over here, but tomorrow.
You know, that's good because you saw who went first, right?
God. Now he finna have blue everywhere tomorrow. It's gonna be blue central. I'm gonna wear blue too. Lord, oh my God, y'all going through tonight. So thank
No, let me
Arthur,
stop. Let me
Arthur,
stop because Jesus turned water to wine. You know, it turned red, right? We're gonna turn the blue. No, man. Let me
Well,
stop. Oh,
you
glory.
know the Sigma say the clouds are white and the sky is blue. Maybe God is a Sigma too.
you know,
Well,
cut this live off.
but
Y'all try.
Okay,
but look at
that's
this.
what
But
I heard.
every woman like a diamond, right?
And he done fainted. I'm done. Yeah, listen, Arthur, right?
No, thank you.
I have thoroughly enjoyed myself on tonight, and this has been a really, really good live. Even though we had counterpoint in the beginning, I was like, no, praying, like, oh God. So even though we had counterpoint in the beginning, it's okay. Just move past the 3 seconds, and y'all will be all right. And just come and look at the replay. So this has been an amazing time. Thank you so much for sharing your gift with us. We will definitely see you on back again soon. Mr. Jimby, thank you very much for joining us. And to everyone who have been with us consecutively for the past 22 days, we greatly appreciate you. And we are Children's Island, where learning is a breeze. Have an amazing night, and we'll see y'all on tomorrow night for day number 23. All right.